What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I did do my eyebrows off camera. Right now I am going through and priming my eyelids with my P. Louise base in the shade number 2, as well as my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso. You know, I gotta make sure my eyeshadow base is good and tacky before we go ahead and blend it out. So now I'm going in with my AOA stiffling brush so that I can blend that out. Remember, I do like to start from the bottom and actually work my way to the top to get a nice even blend. For the look that I'm going for, I would not be setting this with powder. I actually want it to be a little bit tacky so when I lay my eyeshadow, the colors will pop. So now I'm going to be taking my James Charles palette by Morphe, and I'm going to be going in that purple shade as well as the pink shade. For pigmentation purposes, I will be using my AOA smudge brush to pack on that pink shade as well as the purple shade as my transition color. While I was going through the process of packing on those colors, I was making sure that I was blending the top out with the Access product. And with the Access purple, I will go through and actually blend those two together. Now on to the fun part. I am doing a double cut crease today. So what I like to do for my double cut crease is I like to go a little bit higher than my normal crease so that I have room in the future for when I add my second. And just a little tip, please take your time when you're doing your cut creases. Don't rush it, because if you do, then you're going to end up doing it wrong, and sis, it's not a good feeling when you mess up, okay? For this first crease, I did wing it out a little bit so that I can have more room to add the second one. When I do this, it does distinguish the two so you can see both layers. Now that my crease is cut, I'm going to be going through with the Access product and dragging that downwards so I can cover my entire eyelid. Once I do that, I'm going to be taking that same stiffling brush and I'm going to be blending it out. Taking that same Wet n Wild angle brush, I am going in with my NYX eyeshadow base in the shade White. What I like to do is actually warm the product up on the back of my hand, simply because it gives it a thick consistency and it's not clunky. So right now I'm just going to take that NYX eyeshadow base and actually trace the crease that I already created, just to define it a little bit more. One thing I do love about the NYX eyeshadow base is that after a while it does dry matte on its own. Taking my Abilene makeup remover, I am going to go through and clean up where I placed the white eyeshadow base. I did let this get a little bit matte before I started to clean it up so that it doesn't get too messy. Just another tip, this does help as far as shaping your second cut crease, because not only am I cleaning it up, I am prepping it for the second crease. As a perfectionist, I do get nervous, so these are the faces I do make. Not too much on me, okay? To prevent caking on any product, I am going through with a mini makeup wipe and removing all the excess product on my eyelid. I am being very precise and careful just so that I'll remove any of the eyeshadow that I already have laid. I'm going to take my flat brush that still had the makeup remover on it to clean it up a little bit more to get the lines more defined. I know I hold my breath when I do my cut crease, so I have to take a breather and be like, girl, but she gonna be snatched though. If you thought I was done, I'm not. We're going through with the second cut crease. I am taking my P. Louise base in the shade number 2. Although you cannot see the distinctive colors on camera, I can see it in person, so I am going through and underlining where I laid the white base. Once the second cut crease is made, I did go through and blend out all the excess product. Going back into my James Charles palette with a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to be using that purple shimmer shade, as well as my soft glam palette by Anastasia, and I'm going to be using the shade Rose Pink. Using my AOA flat eyeshadow brush, I will be packing on those colors. I do not swipe them because I do not want to move any eyeshadow base or anything, so I do pat those colors on. Now that I am packing on that eyeshadow, you are now able to see the 2 different cut creases that I did create. So now it's time for liner. We're gonna go in with e.l.f. Y'all, I bought the wrong color, rushing, but we're gonna make it work. What I like to do with my liner, as I stated before, I do like to go ahead and draw the baseline and then draw it line upwards and then drag it down just to go ahead and create my wing. I'm taking my NYX Vivid Brights liquid liner and I'm actually going to place that right on top of the black liner. You guys, it is perfectly fine if you mess this up because you can always go through and clean it and correct it. On to my glitter. I am going to be laying that down with a flat brush. I'm going to be using the shade Purple and Rose Gold. I'm also laying that down with my Duo Lash Glue, and y'all, this glue lays my glitter down so perfectly, it's not even funny. Just so y'all know, I did purchase these bomb glitters from Amazon. I will leave the link below. I did only spend at least $9 for 9 tubes of glitter, and they are beautiful. Going back in with my flat brush, I am going to clean up the glitter because I want to make sure that I stay in my second crease. I don't want the glitter to lay incorrectly. Now I am going in with my purple shade and doing the exact same steps. Just to clean this look up a little bit more, I'm going back in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso, and I'm going to be sharpening up my wing liner as well as cleaning up the excess eyeshadow. Moving on to face, I'm going in with my Ruby Kisses Drop Foundation, and I'm just going to go ahead and drop 3 dots on both sides of my cheeks. To blend out my foundation, I'm going to be using my AOA flat stiffling foundation brush. As I stated before, I do not like to pack any of my foundation in the center of my face. Using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, again in the shade Espresso, I am going to be going through and highlighting my usual areas. Starting in the center of my face, I am going to go through and blend out that concealer and make sure everything is seamless. As I stated before, it is better when you powder your under eyes as soon as you finish blending it out. Going in with the fluffy brush, I am dusting off all the excess powder. For my contour, I do go strictly with powder, so I am going in my James Charles palette with the deep dark brown color, and then I'm also going in with the orange shade, and I'm actually going to be using that as my blush. Taking my Ruby Kisses highlight, I am going to go through and smile and put on my highlight because it does show you where your natural highlight is. I'm also going to place a little bit on my nose and on the bridge of my nose. So boom, new lash alert. I purchased these with my cousin. I did drop her Instagram name below. Y'all, the packaging was everything, and these lashes, sis, I needed them. They were gorgeous, okay? So I purchased the style 17 Eye Candy. Y'all, if y'all want these lashes, she does ship, okay? While I wait for my lashes to dry, I did move on to my lips. I am going to line my lips with my NYX lip liner in dark brown, and then I'm also going to blend that out with some liquid lipstick from Forever in the shade Soft Pink. If you know, you know, I gotta go through with my gloss to add a little bit of shine. Moving back to applying my lashes, I do like to look downwards in the mirror, and y'all, your girl was shook it. I was like, these lashes though, these are the ones, okay? Y'all might as well say it with me, because when your lashes bomb, it's periods, okay? Now I'm taking down my hair. Y'all, my hair was a mess, okay? But I'll see you for the finishing look. And just like that, she is slayed again, y'all. This cut crease is giving me so much life. If y'all love this look just as much as I did, make sure you thumbs up this video as well as subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in to yet another video.